stuff. All right. Hey, good morning, guys. It's Mike from Sapulpa Times, and I have with me here Pastor Johnny Merrill from the Way Church. Pastor Johnny, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, man. So glad to be here.
Thank you for being here. This is something when Cody reached out to me last week, 2 weeks ago, and said, "Hey, can we come on the show and talk about what you're doing on Easter?" I was, first of all, thrilled just to have you here. But then when I started to hear a little more about what you've got planned, I was super excited about that. So I've got Pastor Johnny here to talk about what's going to be happening over at the Chieftain Center on Easter Sunday, and we're going to get into that. But first, I got to do the things the way they're supposed to be done. So it is Free Coffee Friday. So happy Free Coffee Friday to you. Sponsored today by First Baptist Church, which is your old stomping ground,
That's
actually,
right?
Yeah. And so you know how this works now. If you watch the show on Fridays between 8 and 10 a.m., that a different organization sponsors the Free Coffee Friday, and then they will pay for your coffee. And CTS 114 Easter, you just go down there, get yourself a free drip coffee or discounted specialty coffee. Be careful how I say that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that is just kicking off. I was just down there before I came over here. It was just after 8 o'clock. Already a great crowd.
Wow.
And you had never been to this before. You've never been,
I've
right?
never been
Okay.
to Free
You got to go
Coffee
check this
Friday.
out after we get done with the
I'm
show,
gonna go.
because I think it's a lot of fun. You got a lot of friends down there, a lot of people who know and love you. But it's just such a great crowd. People spilling out into the street because there's so many people. So be sure to go do that. It's going from 8 o'clock to 10 a.m. every Friday. And today, like I said, is First Baptist Church. So thank you guys for sponsoring today's Free Coffee Friday. So I have one announcement, and then we're going to get right into the meat of this thing. Okay, so the only announcement that Lucy wanted to make sure that I talked to you guys about was something with the animal shelter. We just got done with a free adoption day for dogs, I think, or free adoption month or something. And you guys came out in full force, helped out a lot with that. We appreciate it very much. Just found out that they are doing another special here. So any dog, or maybe actually any animal, let me double check that. It said any animal in the shelter longer than 6 months is going to be free adoption for the next 30 days.
Wow.
And so for the next 30 days, they're going to be doing a free adoption event. All you got to do is go and find that favorite cat or dog that you have been watching for 6 months now anyway. Go and adopt them, give them a new forever home. That's going to be happening. Call the Sapulpa Animal Shelter if you need any more information on that. They'll be happy to help, I'm sure. So, all right, Pastor Johnny, I was just talking about, before we went live, I was asking him if he remembered like the first time that he and I met. And this was funny. This was back when you were youth pastor at First Baptist Church. And I was running a group over at Kellyville Public Schools where I was working at the time. This would have been back in like 2006. So, I mean, we're coming close to 20 years now.
I know.
Holy cow. And then, but I invited them in to come and speak to the kids there. It was a great turnout. I don't. You might have brought pizza or something. I don't remember if you brought pizza or not. A lot of them did that back then, but a lot of fun. Everybody had a great time. And I remember thinking at that point that so we had several. Like a different guest speaker almost every week, and there's only a handful of them that I really remember, and Johnny Merrill is one of those that I remember. So obviously you left a great mark on me and on the students there, because that group is still going on to this day, so that's awesome. But before we get into what's going on in the Chieftain Center, if you don't mind, can you give us just kind of a rundown? Like, you've got the Way Church. I know you guys have been through some stuff over the last few years. You're at a new location now. I got to tell you, I love it every time I drive by on Sunday and seeing how crammed the parking lot is there. Yeah, it's awesome. So give people just a spiel on how Way Church came to be, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, my wife and I started the church 9 years ago.
Okay.
And so we were in our living room with a group of about 12 friends of ours. We just cast a vision and just said, man, we feel like God wants to do something, and and God wants us to start something. And so we ended up starting, but we started in Bigsby. And we were at Cedar Ridge Elementary over off Mingo in Bigsby for the first 2 years. And we were set up and tear down, and it was hard. It was a struggle. We averaged 100 people over those first 2 years. And then we got a call from what was West Side, right over there by Walmart. And they called us and they said, hey, would you be interested in merging and kind of coming and taking over our church, our facility, everything that's going on? And so we did that after 2 years of being set up and tear down. We moved in there, and God just did amazing things in that small little facility, and it just grew and grew and grew. And we were making plans to build a building right there on the property.
Okay.
And then COVID hit.
Yeah, I think we actually even did like a groundbreaking ceremony or something, right?
And then COVID hit, and then the builders and everybody that we were talking to said it's probably going to stretch out 3 years. And we were already packed to capacity, running 3 services, fixing to start 4, and we didn't know what to do. And so we were moving forward with that, and then Guts Church was in town. Well, they left and they moved out, and Denton Lefevers, who owned that building, called us and just said, "Hey, would you be interested in this facility?" And we went over and we looked at it, and it was just a God thing, and it was perfect for us. And so we went from being able to seat 200 to being able to seat 550 now in 2 services, and so in 1 service, and so in that facility now. So it's been a huge blessing. And in the past year and a half, 2 years that we've been in that facility now, man, God's just poured out his blessing. And so when we started looking at Easter last year, at Easter we were in overflow. And so we had people sitting in the hallways. We had people just everywhere. And so, and that was our first year in that facility. And so now looking at it, we've grown even more, and God's just done amazing things. So we started looking around, where can we have it? And so we went and looked at the Chieftain Center and felt like, man, that's the perfect opportunity for us.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So that leads into the announcement that now this Easter Sunday, you guys are going to be doing service at the Chieftain Center.
Yes, and so Easter Sunday we're going to be in the Chieftain Center at 10 a.m. And so we have a seat for you. We're bringing in, and so we're going to do it. We're going to do it right. We've got a whole just crew that's coming in, and they're building a set, putting screens up, lighting, sound, everything, and so it's going to be really, really neat. It's going to be something that Sapulpa's really never seen, and so we're super excited.
Yeah, I don't think have we ever had a church service in the Chieftain Center? I don't think
not that I know
before.
There's
no better way to start than with Easter. Though.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's like the Super Bowl of church.
I know. Everybody goes to church on Easter.
That's right. So. Yeah, everybody does. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. So, do you guys have an estimated crowd or anything like that? You think you're looking to hit a goal of a certain number of people, anything like that?
No, we're praying and inviting everybody.
Okay.
And so we're doing everything we can to invite everybody. I think what we're going to be able to hold is about 2,500 in there. And so that's kind of what we're praying through and what we're hoping for, that shows up and is able to come through the doors on that day.
Okay.
So
that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So 10 a.m. you said, right?
10 a.m.
At the Chieftain Center?
At the Chieftain Center.
Okay. So just go in and show up just like you're going to a basketball game.
Yeah, we'll have everybody outside. It'll be easy. We've got a ton of people who will be in the parking lots directing people and helping you get where you need to go.
Okay.
But then the cool thing is, right after that, there's a massive egg hunt.
Where?
Easter egg hunt on the football field.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
I think I knew this part. Okay, this is gonna be awesome.
So we're leaving the Chieftain Center right after, heading out there, and we've got about 15,000 eggs that are going to be all over the football field. We've got it broken up into ages to where smaller kids are going to run to this section, and the older kids are going to be down here and just take off and just have a blast.
Did you say 15,000? 15,000 eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a ton. And so, so you should be able to get at least 1 egg.
Yeah, so that's almost an egg for everybody in Sapulpa.
Yeah, no kidding.
Holy cow.
So,
wow, okay.
That's going to be neat. So we're just hoping, our goal is, the reason we do something like that as a big egg hunt is because there's some people who just asking them to come to church may not be really enough for them to walk through the doors of the church. So what we want to do is, let's have an egg hunt and let's at least get them there. Because the goal is we want to get them there, and then we want to present Jesus to them.
Right, yeah.
And so in whatever way it takes in order to be able to get them there, that's what we want to do to be able to share Jesus with them.
Okay.
And so the egg hunt is just the benefit of us just being able to tell people about Jesus.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I think that's going to work out pretty well.
It's gonna be
15,000
awesome.
eggs is going to draw a lot of people.
It's going to be awesome. We're hoping so. We're hoping the word gets out and everybody hears about it and comes out. And so 10 a.m. Easter Sunday at the Chieftain Center. It's going to be a blast.
Okay, so if anybody shows up to the Way Church on that Sunday, they're going to come to an empty parking lot, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so nobody's going to be there. Everybody's going to be over at the Chieftain Center.
Okay. All
And
right.
so we'll have signs. If they show up, we'll have signs pointing them to the Chieftain Center.
Okay, man, this is gonna be exciting, guys. I have known, I forgot to tell you this earlier, but I also sent my son to your preschool.
Yeah.
So he was a way cool kid.
Oh, yeah.
And everything that the Way Church has ever done, they always do it with excellence, and it's always like larger than life and bigger. And you guys, it's obvious you guys believe in an ambitious God that really wants to give you the desires of your heart. And so I can't imagine that this is going to be anything but just amazingly successful. So if you didn't already know about this, you don't already have plans for Easter Sunday, be sure to hang out at the Chieftain Center. You know how to get there. It's behind the high school on Lincoln Street. And so be sure to come and hang out with us. It's going to be a great time. And then stick around for the Easter egg hunt.
Yes.
And is this an all ages kind of thing, or is it kids?
Easter egg. I think
Yeah.
it's. I think 5th grade down.
Okay, 5th down.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I
So
think.
sorry, mom and dad, if you wanted to get out there and get your.
I know.
You
Yeah,
know,
and so we'll have it roped off. It'll be really clear. It'll be color coordinated for each age and different things like that.
okay, it's going to be a great time then.
So
man.
then
It's gonna be
here,
exciting.
nobody knows this.
What's that?
The week after Easter,
Okay.
we have Caleb Kelly coming, and he's going to be at the Way Church the week after. The former OU football player.
Really?
The
Oh
one
man.
who, yeah. And so when Caleb Williams was there,
Mhm.
OU was down. Caleb Kelly's the one that made that big tackle, that
Oh,
big strip,
dang.
got the
Okay.
football, turned the game around. OU ended up winning. He's going to be at church
The week
that
after?
next Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So, y'all,
it's a lot.
that's almost enough to turn me into an OU fan right there.
Yeah, no kidding. No
That'll
kidding.
get
I know,
us
it'll
there.
get you excited.
That's awesome.
So-
That's so great. Okay, all right. We can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome. I think, does the Way Church, do they stream their services?
Yes.
Okay.
So we stream both. So normally Sundays are 9:30 and 11, but for Easter we're doing 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And so, but then the following week it'll be 9:30 and 11. Both of them are online. We stream online.
So the Easter service will be streamed also?
Easter service won't.
Won't be. Okay, because it's at a different location and a whole
Yeah.
different
Getting
thing.
all that set up is a little tough.
Okay, so you won't be able to see this online. You have to
Yeah.
get there and
Have
be
to
there to
in
see it
person.
live.
In person on Easter.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Yep.
All right. Or if you didn't already know, you heard it here first. It's the pulpit time. Do you have any other surprises for me on this?
Not that I know.
Okay.
I know.
I just got like
Yeah.
all this new information.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So it's gonna be amazing.
Oh,
And
this
so
is great.
hopefully it'll be one of the best things the pulpit's seen.
I think it will be,
Yeah.
man. That's got to be like one of the largest egg drops we've ever had either. So that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys know that we like to end the show with a verse of the day, and then I usually talk like 60 seconds about that. And of course, I had to ask Pastor Johnny to
That's
do
right.
that for us. Yeah. So I'm just gonna turn it over to you, man. If you've got a verse for us.
Yes.
All right, share it, man.
And so
Let's hear it.
listen, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, and it's one of those that
One of my favorites.
what we hear a lot of times is, trust in the Lord with all your heart, don't lean on your own understandings, in all your ways acknowledge Him, and he will direct your path. But Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, is, trust. And what we've got to do is we've got to trust God with everything that we are. We can't rely on the situations of life. We can't rely on what's in front of us. We can't rely on how the day's going. What we've got to do is we've got to trust in God in every aspect of life. And even when life isn't going good, even when life is difficult, even when God stretches our faith to a point to where we feel like we can't, what we've got to do is we've got to trust in Him and lean on Him, not in our own understanding, not in what we see, not in what we believe, not in what we can do, but we've just got to lean and we've just got to trust in God. And that's kind of what Easter is about coming up this next week for us as a church. We're doing something that's never been done, and we're praying for bigger, and we're praying for more, that God does exceedingly abundantly more than we could ask or think. And so So that's what that kind of is. We've just got to lean in Him, not look at the situation, not look at the circumstance, but we're going to lean and we're going to trust and we're going to obey and follow.
Okay, I love that. And I love what you said there. You put an important distinction on that. A lot of people, I think, forget about that part where it says, acknowledge Him in all your ways. And I think too many people, they're trying to kind of walk this life with God or whatever, but they're trying to compartmentalize their life, like I'm going to listen to Him on these days, or I'm going to listen to Him on Sunday or whatever, but I'm not going to follow Him in all my ways. But really, the only way to get a straight path is you got to go whole hog into it, right?
Yeah.
And the way church has seen that happen a lot of times. You've been, like you said, you guys were all set to build this building. COVID happened, and you're probably like, okay, God, what are we doing now? Where are we going, right?
Yeah.
And then, but you leaned on Him, and He made your path straight, right to where we are today. That's awesome.
It's
Thanks
incredible.
for sharing that,
Hey,
man.
thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Okay, before we go, I gotta embarrass Pastor Johnny with his coffee mug that he brought in today. So he did not get this from CTX. This is not like a special collector's edition Disney.
No,
Awesome.
we go to Disney, and we've been a lot, and so we have these cups, and they're just sitting in there. And so I was like, we got to put them to use. So this is what I bring my coffee in every day.
That's fantastic.
Colors, so it's great.
It's great, and it's
unique.
a whole new world. Unique is a good way to put it. Yeah. I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for tuning into the show today. We appreciate you being here. Be sure to go take advantage of the Free Coffee Friday. Still going on for about another 45 minutes now. And so let's see. I will check in on the chat. We've got some people that are asking some questions. Someone asked, are you all doing anything for the special needs children at this service?
So for this service, we're going to have just one service. Kids are going to be in the service with us.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Normally that's not the case, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So so this will be a combined service with all of the children and stuff. So looking at all the comments that are coming through, it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic time. A lot of people are really into it, and I'm seeing some names that I recognize here. So thanks to all of you guys who are tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Easter Sunday over at the Chieftain Center, and then to go catch 15,000 eggs. Holy cow.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of eggs.
You don't want to pack those.
No, you don't. No, golly. Oh, man. But so anyway, it's going to be a great time. We'll see you guys on Easter Sunday. That is not this coming Sunday, but the next one. And Pastor Johnny, thank you again for being here. We appreciate it very much, man. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Monday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.